This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. About 25 minutes left in winter. Spring officially arrives around 6:25. Let's go to our chief scientist over there in the corner. John Scalzi has more on the big transition.
It's going to be very beautiful today. What can I tell you? It'll feel spring-like, and it has for weeks around here, it seems. But today officially does begin on the calendar the start of spring, and there's no rain in today's forecast. We're looking at very quiet, wall-to-wall sunshine conditions, lots of sunshine and mild afternoon temperatures with comfortable relative humidity. Can't get any better than that. Taking a look at temperatures across the region, slightly cooler in inland areas with some upper 40s to mid 40s being reported there. 45 degrees in Arcadia, 48 Mayaca, Wauchula the same. A little bit warmer. You get closer to the coast, Boca Grande at 54, Venice at 51, Sarasota comes in just dipping into the 40s at 49. We even have some 40s around Bradenton area, Palmetto area, upper 40s though, and now near 49. That's about as cold as it's going to get today. And we warm rapidly because the air is just still pretty dry. So dry air cools quickly, warms rapidly. We're in the mid 70s before you know it today. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
All right, taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning. A little bit of congestion in downtown Bradenton as you head into the area in Manatee County. Other than that, not a whole lot of congestion on 301, but State Road 70 looks like it's got some backup and buildup in that area. We do have a live look from State Road 70 East facing I-75. Lots of congestion typically throughout the morning in that area. Not a whole lot going on. Pretty quiet on this Monday morning. Taking a look back at the maps in Sarasota County, some congestion on 41 in between Bee Ridge and Clark Road. Some congestion towards Clark Road as well, but I-75 clear as you head into South County. Some buildup towards Nokomis and Venice and South Venice as well. Other than that, no accidents to report on this Monday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, a couple is facing charges in the death of a Palmetto woman who disappeared last week.
26-year-old Roy Nichols Jr. is facing charges for second-degree murder in the death of his girlfriend's mother, Tricia Freeman. Freeman's daughter, Kayla Collier, is charged with accessory to murder after the fact. Freeman's friends called police last Wednesday after they couldn't get a hold of her. Her 2016 Chevy Sonic was later found in Ashland, Kentucky.
Aided by forensic technicians from the Kentucky State Police, the investigators found apparent human blood in different spots inside the car.
Investigators from Palmetto, Kentucky, and Ohio found probable cause that Nichols and Collier stole the car and abandoned it in Kentucky. They were then found and arrested in West Virginia. During an interview with police, Nichols admitted that he murdered Freeman on Tuesday after she said something that, quote, set him off. The couple is expected to be extradited back to Florida today.
To the south now, the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office will release more information later on this morning about a deputy-involved shooting at a home in Englewood over the weekend. On Friday night, deputies received a call from a woman claiming a suicidal man had assaulted her and was holding a weapon. When deputies responded, witnesses say the man refused to put a knife down after several requests from deputies. They then reportedly tasered and shot him. He's been identified as 36-year-old Casey Roberts. He was taken to the hospital with what are expected to be non-life-threatening injuries. The sheriff will update the media this morning at 11 o'clock in Charlotte County. For the latest updates on this story and others, go to my Suncoast app and follow us on Facebook, Twitter. We'll have more details also on our noon newscast as well.
New details this morning on a fire that broke out at a Palmetto restaurant last week. The Bureau of Fire and Arson is calling the fire at Restaurante La Rancherita an accident. Officials say it seems to have been caused by a malfunction in the heating and air conditioning unit in the ceiling over the kitchen. That fire caused about $200,000 worth of damage. And in Manatee County, an effort to get more drunk drivers off the road this weekend ended in one arrest and several citations. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office conducted a DUI wolf pack Saturday night. During that operation, one person was arrested for driving under the influence. 56 people were ticketed for various other traffic violations, and 11 people got off with a warning.
Well, here's your chance to nominate a child advocate in Manatee County. Manatee Children's Services is looking for someone who is a dedicated child advocate and works with at-risk or abused children. The award winner will be recognized during a ceremony outside of Manatee Children's Services in late April. Nominees do not have to live in Manatee County. Starting today, the city of Venice will start knocking down that mold-infested library. Demolition begins today for the old Venice Public Library, seen right there. It was closed back in January of 2016 due to concerns of a lot of mold in the building. Residents have been using a temporary kiosk ever since. Once demolition is complete, a new library will be built on the exact same site.
Starting today, getting around Siesta Key will become a little easier. A new trolley service kicks off this morning on the Key. Passengers will be able to ride for free from Turtle Beach to Siesta Village with service every 20 minutes. There'll be 3 trolleys in operation, but you don't even have to wait for one at a designated stop. The trolleys will stop if you flag them down between the Village and Midnight Pass Road. A ribbon cutting ceremony for that service will be held today at 10 a.m. The trolleys will run daily from 8 a.m. until midnight. Some changes are in store for the Sarasota Farmers Market. Officials with the Farmers Market say part of it will soon be relocating for safety reasons due to construction beginning on a new development in that area. Starting in May, the market will temporarily be moved to First Street and Orange Avenue. The market will return to its normal location on Lemon and State Street once construction is complete. The Sarasota Farmers Market is held on Saturdays from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. The Islamic Society of Sarasota-Bradenton teaming up with All Faiths Food Banks to help those in need.
Yeah, they've been collecting donations. The organization calls it a good way to help and build a positive relationship within the community.
First and foremost, we wanted to be able to help people out, so we thought that distribution site would be the best way to help people. But on top of that, as the Muslim community, we wanted to increase community outreach and showcase that we too are part of this community. So, helping provide for those in need and giving food is the best way to do that.
The food drives are held the 3rd Saturday of every month at the Islamic Society, which is on Lockwood Ridge Road. The Baltimore Orioles are also pitching in to help feed the hungry. The team is working with the Catholic Relief Services and Rise Against Hunger to offer help to people around the world.
Works. It's actually one of 100 different countries where Catholic Relief Services serves, serving over 150 million people, serving based on need.
The fundraising project will send 10,000 meals to people in West Africa. Nice initiative there. As spring training continues to wind down, got to see some games still.
Yeah.
Ends in about 10 days.
Pretty soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coming around. It's hard to believe it. Doesn't last that long.
Feels like it just started. Well, it kind of did, but
Kind of like winter.
but yeah, exactly.
And now it's gone. Yep, 20 minutes,
Yep.
a little less than, and we'll see the beginning of spring here on the Suncoast, and we'll have that spring forecast for you in a second.
Thank you, John. Also still to come on your Suncoast News, Chuck Berry, a look back at his influence on rock and roll after the break.
These are our heroes. They have sacrificed so much to serve our country. And now Granny Nannies is truly honored to serve them. We're here and we're ready to help. Call us today.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency.
We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us. At Penn Funding, we like to say, yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-658-3433. 800-658-3433.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at grannynannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Currently, air temperatures outside, a little on the nippy side for some folks, I guess. A 49-degree air temperature. Dew point is comfortable, though, coming in at 46. Really don't have any issues with fog out there this morning. Northeast wind coming in at about 5. With the air still dry, with dew points in the 40s, that's dry. Not as dry as it was last week when we had dew points in the teens, but still dry. With dry air, we'll warm quickly into the 70s today. So even though it's a cool, crisp start to the morning, it will end up being a very mild afternoon. We look for 53 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, 52 in Mayaca. Parrish is at 51, so is Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, warmer at 52. 53 degrees in Northport. Cool spots, Punta Gorda at 46. 49 in Sarasota, as I mentioned, 55 in Venice, Inglewood 56, 57, Longboat Key, right on the key there. We're looking at dry air in place, indicated here by tan colorizations on the water vapor loop. This is at mid and upper levels, although it could reach all the way down to the ground if the satellite could do that, because we are looking at very dry air at the surface as well. So a nice column of dry air, top to bottom, means no chance of rainfall in today's forecast. We have across the region a little bit of cloud cover over on the other basin, the Atlantic basin, that due to a frontal boundary, which is still hanging out over there. That was the very weak boundary that came through here yesterday. Brought us a cooler night tonight, or this morning, I should say, and a little bit of a wind during the later half of the afternoon yesterday. But no rainfall, really. That frontal boundary now well out in the Atlantic, of little importance to us. We have a big ridge of high pressure located just to the north of a low heading east. That big ridge of high pressure is one we're going to be watching over the course of the week as it builds in, actually building in from Canada. High pressure over us brings us a fine, fine day today. But as we head down the road, and we are looking several days ahead here into Wednesday and Thursday, high pressure north of the frontal boundary that'll be kind of meandering through the deep south may sink far enough south that it pushes that front closer to us by Thursday. And that would be the trigger mechanism for a scattered shower around here on Thursday, if we get one. We may not. The air might be too dry to support any kind of showery activity, but the rain chances scant at about 20% or so. That's about the best we can do. Low humidity today, sunny skies with a rain-free day today. We look for possible midweek showers, but really, that's about all we're going to get today. And for the whole week, really. A little bit of fair weather cloudiness maybe moves in by midweek as we just keep on with this easterly, northeasterly wind flow throughout the next couple of days. Eventually, the frontal boundary on Wednesday will start to work its way into the northern part of the state of Florida, and then we'll watch and see whether we actually get that frontal passage come our way on Wednesday night into Thursday with that slight chance of showers. Forecast for boating looks good. East wind coming in at about 5 to 10, maybe surging a little bit in the evening. Northwest perhaps at about 15, and 2 to 3 foot seas with a moderate chop. A couple of tides, actually only one tide to talk about this today. We've already had our low tide. High tide will come this evening at 5:46, so it's a pretty quiet tidal day. High tide then comes during the middle of the night tonight at about 3:11. Forecast for the week ahead looks nice. First day of spring today, of course. Daytime high about 74. And then over the next several days, we'll watch a continuation of mild weather, warm conditions. And then as we head into Thursday, that slight chance of a shower. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. You want to avoid the area of I-75 southbound around State Road 64. An issue there, an accident there already this morning, so avoid that if you can avoid 75 if possible. Take 301 or perhaps 41 if you can. Otherwise, in Manatee County, school is off this week, so not quite as busy in the morning commute, probably not. Meantime, farther south in Sarasota County, school is back in session after the week-long break there. We've got a live picture to show you right now of State Road 70 at I-75. That certainly builds up throughout the morning right now. Should get a smooth sail right through that area. Farther south into Sarasota County, little slowdowns here and there. Nothing too major to report, though. 41 in Bee Ridge, Clark out towards 75, and also northbound just south of Clark Road. And then into South County, nothing major to report at 6:17 as you wake up on this Monday morning. Well, flags are at half staff this morning at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Cleveland's waterfront. It's all to honor the late Chuck Berry, who passed away over the weekend. Nichelle Turner has a look back for us.
Chuck Berry was one of the pioneers of rock and roll. His powerful guitar licks fueled hit songs such as Johnny B. Good, Maybelline, and Roll Over Beethoven. During the 50s and 60s, Berry's music signaled a new era in rock and roll. The singer's ability to seamlessly blend R&B and rock music made a strong impact on the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, to name a few.
It's very difficult for me to talk about Chuck Berry because I lifted every lick he ever played.
Berry experienced a career resurgence in the mid-80s and 90s. His music re-entered pop culture in films such as Back to the Future and Pulp Fiction. In 1984, Berry received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and a year later, he became the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's first inductee.
Mr. Berry.
Dynamite. Dynamite. Thank you.
On the heels of his induction, the Stones' Keith Richards invited a roster of great musicians to celebrate the rock icon's 60th birthday. Then in 1987, Berry was humbled to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I cannot describe, I don't have the voice, I don't have the wind, I don't have the spirit, but believe me, I'll remember it the rest of my life.
The married father of 4 repeatedly had trouble with the law. He was behind bars 3 times for charges ranging from attempted robbery to tax evasion, and convicted of transporting an underage girl across state lines. However, Berry's career was not derailed.
That margin of glory is not too high. That margin of defeat then is also not too low. So I live right through it without any pain.
Berry received the Kennedy Center Honor Award in 2000 and continued to perform well into his 80s. His remarkable contributions to music will forever remain a part of rock and roll history.
Quite a thing when other legends say that they were inspired by him. That's quite a compliment.
Wow.
And his music is ageless, because I saw when the music began there, you started shaking your
I
shoulders.
know. I like that music. That sounds awesome. Great way to wake up on this Monday morning.
Yes. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
A nationwide search is underway for a 15-year-old girl who went missing with her teacher in Tennessee, where investigators are now looking, coming up after the break.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
Well, minutes left in winter. It is chilly out there. We've 49 degrees. We're hoping that in a few minutes when it comes spring, it jumps to 69.
Automatically be like 75 and gorgeous.
Yeah, but it's cold out there right now, so do bundle up. Sarasota is back to school. Manatee is off school this week. Spring break. 6:23 on this Monday morning.
A massive manhunt is underway for a former teacher accused of abducting a 15-year-old student.
Adrienne Bankert has details in this morning's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the frantic search intensifying for a missing Tennessee teen and her former teacher accused of kidnapping her. Authorities now sending out a nationwide alert.
Please come home.
School officials confirming that 50-year-old Tad Cummins was 15-year-old Elizabeth Thomas's health science teacher. The teacher now accused of having an inappropriate relationship with the teen, a claim he denied. Thomas was last seen at 7:30 a.m. March 13th in a restaurant in Columbia, Tennessee.
He planned this for some time before disappearing with Elizabeth.
Detectives say they tracked the pair to Decatur, Alabama, before the trail went cold 1 week ago. And coming up at 7 a.m., Nancy Grace and former FBI Special Agent Brad Garrett weigh in live with your GMA First Look. I'm Adrienne Bankert, ABC News, New York.
Let life in with new herbal essences, bursting with argan oil of Morocco and notes of jasmine to put more life in your head. And now with the power of BioRenew to put more life in your hair. Try new herbal essences and let life in.
Feel a cold sore coming on? Only Abreva can heal it in as few as 2.5 days when used at the first sign. It penetrates deep and starts to work immediately to block the virus and protect healthy cells.
Don't tough it out.
Knock it out fast. Abreva.
You're acting so funny. What's wrong, Billy?
My doctor says I have Skittles pox.
Are they contagious?
I don't think so.
Contract the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
Or shop at Goodwill.
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Florida Studio Theater presents Piano Men, held over by popular demand through April 2nd. Attributing the virtuosity and elegance of the Piano Man, Piano Men features the works of 20th century's best pianists and songwriters. Featuring songs from music icons such as Billy Joel, Stevie Wonder, and Barry Manilow, don't miss what critics are saying is energetic, with fun and playful performances that evokes hits of an era. Piano Men is held over by popular demand. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting FloridaStudioTheater.org.
It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, evacuations underway in Colorado as a wildfire comes close to over 1,000 homes. Who's getting involved to help put it out?
Plus, the full agenda in Washington today as FBI Director James Comey faces questioning about claims of wiretapping.
And what changes are being made to social media policies after a scandal in the U.S. military.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And there you see it, folks, the first live picture of spring.
There it is. We are a minute into spring. Here it is.
It looks a lot like the end of winter.
Right.
There it is, though. 6:29. Spring has sprung officially, and it's still chilly out there, about 49 degrees, so don't be misled. The fact that spring, welcome back to the students in, let me get this right, Sarasota County resumes today. Right. Manatee County begins their spring break today, and hopefully they'll have smooth sailing, unlike last week where it was freezing cold on Wednesday.
Yeah, who are you telling? I had those few days off, and I was just, there was a few days I was at Lido Key wrapped up in my blanket.
Yeah.
You saw a random person wrapped up like a burrito in their blanket. It was probably me.
I did see you. Let's get today's forecast from meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, 49 currently feels like a balmy summer warmer afternoon, doesn't it, compared to the 39 that we had last week. But yeah, we're below average for this time of year by a few degrees. Normally about 55 would be our normal morning low. So we are cooler. However, as we head into the afternoon, we'll still be cooler, but it'll be comfortable. We'll look for a daytime high that tops out today in the mid-70s. Normally, we'd be at about 77 for a daytime high. We won't quite reach that today, but we'll warm quickly because the air is still relatively dry. Not as dry as last week, but still on the dry side of average. We look at 49 degrees in Bradenton, Sarasota, the same, 51 down in Venice. Boca Grande coming in at 54, 46 degrees Punta Gorda. Cooler inland, though. Looking at 45 degrees in Arcadia, 48 degrees in Wauchula. Kind of chilly. You may want a light jacket or a sweater as you head out the door this morning, but I guarantee you'll be able to lose that as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures will be, significantly warmer, 20 degrees or so by the time we head into the mid-afternoon hours. We'll look for a daytime high that tops out around probably 74, maybe 75 if we're lucky, with lots of sunshine. Wall-to-wall sunshine on this first day of spring. Complete forecast for you coming up in just a few.
Well, hey, not too bad for a first day of spring. I'll take it. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning, we do have an accident in Manatee County at I-75 in the southbound lanes at exit 220. It looks like it's near State Road 64 over there. A little bit of congestion heading into downtown Bradenton from the bridges on the Green and DeSoto Bridge. No accidents in that area, luckily. I-75 looking clear on that other direction, but State Road 70 seeing some congestion, and we do have a live look from State Road 70 east in I-75. Roads picking up throughout that area. As you can see, more cars on the roadway on this Monday morning at 6:31. Let's take a look back at the maps. You can see some congestion in Sarasota County off of Bee Ridge Road and Clark Road, also towards 41 towards South Sarasota. No congestion in South County, though, so that's some good news if you're heading out through that area on this Monday morning at 6:32.
Topping our news this half hour, evacuations in Colorado as a massive wildfire spreads near Boulder.
1,000 homes are in that danger zone. That fire broke out early Sunday, burning at least 60 acres. Fire officials say it is in a remote area that's difficult to reach with water. 250 firefighters from all over the state are working to put that out. So far, the fire is only about 50% contained. There are also planes and helicopters from the National Guard helping combat that fire from the sky.
Big showdown today on Capitol Hill. FBI Director James Comey will testify before Congress and is expected to undercut the president's wiretapping allegations.
Confirmation hearings will also begin for Trump's Supreme Court nominee. ABC's Janae Norman has more from Washington.
FBI Director James Comey is expected to set the record straight about the explosive accusation of illegal wiretaps, even as the top Republican and Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee agree.
Was there a physical wiretap of Trump Tower? No, but there never was.
No evidence to support the president's claim that he was wiretapped by his predecessor.
The country's most powerful law enforcement officer will testify on Capitol Hill, and it's already anticipated he'll officially undercut President Trump's claim that President Obama ordered wiretaps at Trump Tower, a charge that's left one Republican committee member arguing Trump should apologize.
It never hurts to say you're sorry.
Last week, Trump doubled down and accused the British intelligence community of being involved.
It's not just sorry to the president, but also to the UK. It doesn't hurt, and it takes away from the rest of his agenda.
Comey's Capitol Hill testimony is part of an investigation into how Russia interfered with last year's presidential election and to address the lingering question of whether anyone on the president's team may have helped, an answer Democrats and Republicans may not yet agree on.
I would characterize it this way at the outset of the investigation. There is circumstantial evidence of collusion. There is direct evidence, I think, of deception.
I'll give you a very simple answer. No. There's no evidence of collusion.
Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch will begin his confirmation hearings on Capitol Hill amid widespread speculation of a possible Democratic filibuster. And this week, the House will vote on the GOP health care bill that even some Republicans still say isn't enough. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
A follow-up now on that nude photo sharing scandal in the military. The Marine Corps is now issuing a new social media policy. It lays out the professional and legal consequences for those who break the rules. All Marines must sign a statement acknowledging they have read and understand the new guidelines. The adjustments are designed to give leaders more leeway in prosecuting or punishing offenders.
Back here on the Suncoast, Congressman Vern Buchanan spent the weekend meeting with the community he serves during a town hall meeting in Sarasota. Over 1,700 people gathered at the Van Wezel to hear from the congressman. Another 800 stood outside. One of the biggest issues he addressed was concerns over President Trump's proposal to repeal and replace Obamacare.
I am pushing for anybody 50 to 65 to make sure they get the same consideration or close to the same consideration as the ACA or Obamacare.
Buchanan also spoke about gun control, immigration, and how he thinks President Trump will do as president. Buchanan says he's going to take all of the feedback he received at that town hall meeting and apply it to future lawmaking in Washington. Changes could be on the way for the Florida Constitution. The Constitution Revision Commission will be holding its first meeting today. The 37-member panel meets every 20 years. The commission's job is to propose changes to the state constitution, which those amendments will then go before voters during the 2018 election.
All right, 6:36 right now. A new report shows the happiest country in the world is Norway. That's according to the World Happiness Report. Yes, there is such a thing. Happiness in the U.S. has dropped to 14th overall. Economists calculate the rankings based on income, life expectancy, along with perception of social support. It seems very subjective, doesn't it?
It does. Maybe we should go to Norway for a little bit and take a trip.
Yeah, we'll live from there.
Right.
A SpaceX capsule is back on Earth with a full load of space station science samples.
How cool is this? The cargo ship parachuted into the Pacific this weekend off the Southern California coast after astronauts set it free from the International Space Station 5.5 hours earlier. The Dragon cargo ship flew to the space station a month ago from the same Florida launch pad used for NASA's Apollo moon shoots, taking more than 5,000 pounds of supplies.
So say so long to winter. Today is the spring equinox, which marks the first day of spring, and the sun will pass directly over the Earth's equator. I'm glad this is written down for me because I'm not good at science. It gives the entire planet equal hours of day and night.
It's just one of the major events that NASA scientists are paying attention to this year. Let's head over to John, who has more on what else NASA is working on. He knows it much better than we do.
Well, it's going to be a very exciting year, no doubt about it. And by the way, this is the equinox, the start of the spring, and I've written an article on our website, mysuncoast.com. You may want to jump on there and check it out. But we are so very pleased today to be able to interview live and in person a NASA scientist, Mr. Alex Young, Dr. Alex Young, I should say, whose face may be familiar. He's appeared in several documentaries. He is an expert in solar physics. Doctor, good morning to you and happy spring.
Good morning. Happy spring to you, too.
Thank you very much. Can you briefly tell us what exactly is this equinox we talk of?
Well, the Earth moves around the sun, but it has a tilt, and so most of the time, most of the year, the northern and southern hemispheres are not equally illuminated because of that tilt, except during these special times we call the equinox in spring and fall. And that time we get equal illumination for the northern and southern hemisphere, and it's right now the beginning of astronomical spring.
That is a fabulous graphic, and I hope you don't mind if we use that on our website as well. That's a really instructive. By the way, a lot of people ask, is it possible to stand an egg on its end on the equinox?
Well, you know, it's probably possible to stand an egg at any time. Unfortunately, the equinox doesn't really give you any special abilities for that.
What about a chicken? No, just kidding. Let's get to the big, I guess, astronomical story of the year, and that's going to be the solar eclipse. You know, solar eclipses are not that rare, but this one is getting a lot of hype. Why is this one so important?
Well, they're not that rare, but what they are is rare occurring where people are. And so this one is especially exciting because the path of totality, where the moon is going to completely block out the sun, is starting in Oregon and traveling all across the United States. The last time that happened was 1918. And everyone in North America is going to get to experience at least a partial eclipse. And if you can see the total eclipse, then you get to experience the very amazing outer atmosphere of the sun called the corona, which we normally have to look at from space.
And that's fascinating because there are a lot of experiments that can only happen here on Earth during that eclipse, and there's such a brief period where you'll be able to execute those. Very quickly, I know we have to wrap, our time is so short, but are there some online training sites that NASA is providing for people who want to watch?
Absolutely. The best place to start is eclipse2017.nasa.gov, where you can find out all about the eclipse, safety, as well as how you can watch it in person and online.
Doctor, thank you so very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
You know, we're going to be traveling as well, my wife and I, to see this event, and already hotel rooms are booking up along that thin, narrow band of totality where the sun will be completely blocked out. Won't be complete here in the state of Florida, but very close to us up in the Carolinas it will be. So, interesting stuff. We will be right back with your complete weather forecast on this first day of spring.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need
the Debt Ninja. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, you could be facing wage garnishments, levies, liens, property seizure, cancellation of business license, closure of business. The Debt Ninja fights your IRS debt. That's why you need the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja has found the best companies in the country who are on your side to fight debt. Want to learn if you qualify for the IRS Financial Hardship Program? Stop the IRS from garnishing your wages. Even if your bank account has been seized, if you have undeclared taxes, if you have existing IRS debt, it's not too late to call, so grab your phone now. Call the Debt Ninja at 800-945-0083. That's 800-945-0083. Settle your IRS debt to get the power of the Debt Ninja. Dial this number now, 800-945-0083.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
wonder.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current temperatures outside coming in at a cool 49 degrees. We have a dew point value, though, that's still pretty low at 46. Now, last week, that dew point value was in the teens, which made it feel just darn right bone dry, desert-like inside of a heated home. However, with the dew points rising just a little bit, it feels a little more comfortable. Now, that said, the air is still dry enough to cool quickly and to heat rapidly. So as we head into the morning hours, I think you'll notice a nice little turnaround in these cool, crisp dawn hours. 51 degrees, Wauchula, 52 in Arcadia, 51 Mayaca City Parish at 50, Bradenton at 50, Lakewood Ranch at 51. 53 degrees in Northport, 55 in Inglewood, Venice at 55. Longboat Key comes in at 57. And Lakewood Ranch at 51. So a lot of dry air in place. That's one of the reasons it's cool right now, is that we have nice radiational cooling, all the Earth's heat kind of being allowed to return to space during the overnight. Winds have been fairly light, so the cool air can collect near the surface. All that dry air indicated here on our water vapor imagery is the tan colorizations. Big ridge of high pressure sits right over North Florida, and that's providing us with some pretty quiet conditions. Now, over the weekend, we had a front move through. Did you notice that? On Sunday, little extra cloud cover around, little surge in our wind speeds. Well, that front's out in the Atlantic right now. It's helping to produce a few clouds out there. That is not going to really impact us whatsoever. We'll pretty much have wall-to-wall sunshine today with all that dry air that you just saw in the water vapor imagery. High pressure remains our dominant weather feature for the next several days. We will watch another low pressure area exiting out of the open plains, moving through the western Great Lakes and eventually into the northeast, dragging a cool front through the deep south. Now, as it stands, that cool front doesn't have a strong push southward, so it won't whisk through here over the next several days. But as high pressure back behind it builds in, it may sink far enough south to take the little bend in this front and kind of swing it back toward the state of Florida. That's what we call a backdoor cold front, and that could bring us a shower as we head into Wednesday night, Thursday. We'll see. Air is very dry over us right now, so there's a lot of uncertainty in whether or not we would get any showers around here with a frontal passage like that one. But nevertheless, we'll keep an eye on it. Certainly for today, relatively low humidity, sunny skies wall to wall, and we have rain-free skies today, tomorrow, probably Wednesday as well. And then we'll wait for that late Wednesday night into Thursday day shower possibility. And of course, keep you updated on the probability of that as we head into the next several days. But for today, quiet conditions. The other coast may see an isolated sprinkle or shower with an onshore flow, but not for us. And then we'll wait for that front to arrive. Forecast looks good for this first day of spring. Welcome to spring if you're just waking up. We have a daytime high temperature at about 74 degrees or so. Normal would be 77, and we'll hit that on Wednesday. Then Thursday, a little extra cloud cover. Chance of a shower is small. And then as we head into the weekend, just beautiful weather. Right back to you.
Very nice. Thank you, John. You want to avoid I-75 southbound if you can around exit 220 or so. That's State Road 64. That's a little problem there right now in the southbound lane. Also some buildups as well around 301 and State Road 70. In fact, let's go live now to State Road 70, looking east toward the interstate. And cars are continuing to build in that direction as the morning commute begins. Shouldn't be quite as busy this week in Manatee County. School is not in session in the public school district. Back to the maps where school is in session right now in Sarasota County, back after a week break there. A build up there on Bee Ridge, I should say on Fruitville, heading toward the interstate back by Tuttle, that section right there. Farther south on the maps in Sarasota County, we'll see a little buildup in both directions on US 41 around South Venice, otherwise smooth sailing at 648. In health news, nothing marks the start of spring like a good spring cleaning. Good place to start. Recommend the medicine cabinet first off.
Definitely. Doctors suggest rather, that the area is often overlooked, but it shouldn't be. They recommend checking the expiration date that's stamped on the bottle of each medication, and if it's expired, then you should toss it. Also, pay attention to proper disposal techniques, being extra cautious for medicines that could be found and abused, such as pain medicine.
Throw the tablets or capsules in there and then put something in there like kitty litter, yard waste, food scraps, something that would make it filthy or putrid so someone wouldn't want to dig through to obtain that to then ingest the medication that's remaining.
Well, doctors also recommend looking out for take-back days. Those are events where you can drop off your old medications and then to secure locations like police stations or hospitals, and officials will discard of them safely for you.
The real reason she was off last week, wanted to watch more March Madness.
Hey, my secret's out. My secret is out, everybody. I cannot love March Madness. Brackets are busted. People on the edge of their seats for the past couple days watching games. I know I sure was. UNC close game yesterday. Too close for comfort for me. Right. But also 2 #1 seeds are out. Many others came far too close for comfort. Duke, thank goodness, lost to South Carolina. Villanova actually lost to Wisconsin, and they were the national champions for last year.
What happened there? I wonder. That was huge.
I don't know, but Florida still in the big dance, but they do have to play Wisconsin, who is coming off of that loss against Villanova. So that should be interesting for Florida. Wish them the best of luck in that game as well.
So you're so lucky. North Carolina does so well. My college, I went to St. Bonaventure in upstate New York. Our last win was back in 1970.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
Bob Lanier, who's now in the Hall of Fame, was the reason we got that far.
Oh, man.
We lost 3
well,
games.
There's always next year.
Well, we've been saying that now for a long time.
Right.
Disney's remake of the cartoon classic Beauty and the Beast has shattered the box office this weekend with a $170 million debut.
Wow, that left the other contenders in the top 3 trailing behind by more than $100 million. Warner Brothers action-adventure film Kong Skull Island earned an estimated $28.8 million in its second week. Not too far behind them, science fiction drama Logan came in at number 3. And the stars of ABC's Blackish are celebrating one of their own. Star Yara Shahidi is graduating high school. The show will be on hiatus when she graduates in May, so the cast decided to throw their own graduation for her, cap and gown and all included. This video posted on Instagram shows a teary-eyed Yara while her co-stars cheer her off camera. She's even handed a diploma while Pomp and Circumstances plays. Yara recently made headlines when it was revealed that former First Lady Michelle Obama is writing her a college recommendation letter. That is, recommendation letter for the books.
That helps. That should help.
That should help.
6:51 local news headlines after this. Stay with us.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you. Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call 1-800-738-1923.
Car experts and customers agree there's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I got some really great ribeyes, but my old grill died.
We got a lot of grills here. I show Clay a 3-burner with stainless steel grates. We'll even set it up and deliver it for him.
Ace is a place where you'll feel like you're in grill heaven. Only you won't run into your old grill. That would be awkward.
I'm gonna need more ribeyes.
Don't miss the March Red Hot Buys on Roundup Weed and Grass Killer and Spectracide Fire Ant Killer. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
Welcome back. 6:54 on this Monday morning. Here's a look at the stories we're following for you today.
We are going to learn more this morning about a man that deputies shot over the weekend in Englewood. He was not badly injured. It was a domestic dispute call at the time. Demolition begins today on that mold-infested library in Venice. Once it's cleared, a new one will be built in the exact same spot. And it's the first day of spring, first day back to school in Sarasota County, and spring break begins today in Manatee County.
Taking a look at your traffic this morning, there is an accident in Manatee County off I-75 southbound at State Road 64. There's also another accident at State Road 70 at Terra Boulevard. Looks like there is some congestion on State Road 70 and 301 and also throughout Manatee County. In Sarasota County, there's an accident at Independence Boulevard and Independence Court. Other than that, Bee Ridge Road looking like it's got some congestion. I-75 looking clear as you head into South County and no accidents in that area. John?
Nice day for the first day of spring. Look for a daytime high that tops out mild in the mid-70s. A little chilly to start off your morning, generally speaking around the 50-degree mark most everywhere. A little cooler inland, a little warmer right along the coast as we head into midweek. Slight chance of showers.
All right, spring teams on the road. Orioles are in Fort Myers with the Red Sox today, and the Pirates are in Port Charlotte against the Rays today. So both local teams are on the road.
Also saw a counter that says Easter 20 days away.
Wow. There you go. Enjoy your Monday, folks.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.